And the news of rising cases comes as more restaurants on both sides of the bay deal with cases of coronavirus at their establishment. Our Haley Bull finding out changes are on the way for those businesses trying to balance health with their own rebound.
Park and Rec St. Pete and the Avenue Eat and Drink closed, but planning for next steps to prevent any coronavirus spread.
It's our own personal responsibility to respect one another and care about each other's lives.
Both voluntarily shut down after learning of 2 employees who tested positive.
We now are moving forward with staff being tested in order to come back to work and reopen.
The group's owner says they had already required masks, hand sanitizing, and temperature checks for staff, but once they reopen, plan to implement temperature checks and hand sanitizer for entry for guests.
We've got to do what we can to slow down the spread of this virus.
They're not the only restaurant dealing with the issue. Rusty Belly's Waterfront Grill in Tarpon Spring, posting on social media it closed thanks to a COVID exposure, giving them time to disinfect and test. They plan to reopen tomorrow. Meat Market Tampa says in a social media post it became aware of a COVID-19 exposure at the restaurant early last week and immediately implemented risk mitigation protocols, including contact tracing, but did not mention plans to close.
Yeah, they confirmed a lot of our fears.
This Tampa resident, who says he frequents Hyde Park, wants to see more stringent policies with things like masks.
In the last 3-4 weeks, with everything going on, seeing people going away from these policies, it's scary. You know, it's something that we can definitely fix as a community.
The state recommends restaurants follow CDC guidelines and is giving comments on on-site inspection reports to promote awareness.
As businesses are continuing to reopen, that they do want to have plans in place, not only that follow what the state directives are, but anything that's unique to their business.
Robert Schimberg is an attorney who helps advise businesses on COVID-19 issues. He says best practices for restaurants:
if a business learns that an employee has tested positive for COVID-19, that again, they want to assess the information as quickly as possible and then determine the appropriate notice to send out. And they want to try to do that as soon as reasonably possible.
In Tampa, Haley Bull, ABC Action News.